What is going on, y'all? Welcome to Joel Friday TV. I am Joel Friday. A few announcements before we get started. Hit that like button, smack it. Later, smack down the like, subscribe, and share button. Tell your peoples about the show so we get the subscribers up and a message out. Do it now. Help a brother out. As you guys know, we are live Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and punchy.tv. And at any point during the show, you know what you can do. I know what you can do. My dog know what you can do. You can call in at 888-775-3773, 888-775-3773, and you can call in. We can talk about whatever you want. We can get into some stuff. We can get into some mess. We can argue. We can agree. We can fellowship. I'm here for it, all in the name of Jesus. If for whatever reason you can't call in, but you still have a question or comment, or you just want to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV or go directly to the YouTube live chat. Hit the super chat button. You can't miss it. Send your question or comments there. I'll read them live on air. And those are always fun too. Amazing stuff. What's going on, chat? IG chat, YouTube chat. How y'all doing? Amazing stuff. Make sure you guys get in on the phones ASAP so that way I can get to you before my little hour is up on the show here. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you get in there. I will lay the groundwork for the show first, and then we'll get into some calls and some super chats. I got a few clips to play for you guys. Got some stuff to talk about. Amazing stuff. So, you know, Trump is in office. The election just passed. Trump got in there. But he's not in the office yet. I don't know exactly how the process goes, but I don't think they've done the trade-off quite yet. But obviously that is what is happening, taking course as we speak. And also as well, he already has his people he's going to pick, right? Woo-hoo! He has his tough guys that he's going to pick. And he's picking some ladies too. And I don't really know nothing about them, so I can't comment on them. But I prefer it's the men, but let Trump cook. Let Trump cook. But he's picking, in January. Thank you, Caroline. In January is when they do the switch. All right, so they're not in there yet, but he has his picks, right? And there's one that I want to speak on. And his name is Tom Homan, I believe. And I came across a little clip of Mr. Homan being questioned by AOC in regards to the border. And I found out that Tom Homan is now the new border czar. Isn't that amazing? Well, some of you guys don't know who that is. And I didn't quite know until I seen this clip. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. And I want to play you guys a clip from that and give my little commentary about who Tom Homan is. So this is from Instagram, the millennial_Republicans Instagram. Here is an old clip of now border czar Tom Homan being questioned in 2019 by Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on the border issue. Here we go.
Memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation,
I recommended zero tolerance.
which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Listen, I remember seeing that clip back then, and I was like, I love this guy, right? I know nothing about him, but I just love what I saw in that interview. If you just look at him, he just got like a tough-looking guy, right? And then you hear him speak and deal with AOC. He just low tolerance. And I love that, especially in the times we live in now, because everybody, these mainstream politicians like AOC and all these other people, they're very outspoken and radical. You know what I mean? And the people love them. And they have the right to be that way. That's fine. That's their beliefs, whatever. But the people love them. But I love when I see strong men, like, just not putting up with it. Because you don't see Tom in there arguing, getting loudmouth with AOC. Because I see a lot of men sometimes in these hearings where they're trying to put on this toughness to puff their chests out as if they are manly or tough, or like, I'm not going to let no woman speak to me in this kind of way. I see the effort, but they're missing the mark and it ends up looking silly. I see that a lot. And it'll be Republicans sometimes too. And they'll just stand up and be loud to be combative back to the woman, but it's just off. The spirit is off. I love that how Tom dealt with that. He didn't over yell. It wasn't a shout match. He was just low tolerance. He was calm, but he also came with the facts. And you could tell that he's like, listen, I'm not budging on this because I know what I'm doing here. And I already know what you're about. I love that. And now he's a new border czar. I love it. I love it. Because right now what the country needs, and this is my opinion, little old Joel, this is my opinion. But what the country needs is somebody to put their foot down, man. Somebody to put their foot down. And when I see that, it's like celebratory to me. I just want to give that man a hug. Because we need that right now for sure, especially at the border. Stop playing. Especially at the border. The border thing is so out of control, it's insane. And if you pay attention, you know. Not even that it's just we hear about it. No, people are seeing this stuff. I seen it in my own situation. I know a lot of illegals. I don't know about a lot, but I know illegals that are in here today. And they're actually not bad people. The illegals that I know. I used to work with a couple of them. Hardworking. So it's not to say that all of them are coming here. You guys know the talking point, but not all of them are coming here are crazy, murderous type of people. But they're still breaking the law, right? And we let God cook. We let God deal with all situations, right? You know, we let God deal with it. And then he passes the message down to Donald Trump. And then Donald Trump will do what he needs to do, right? But the point is that it's rampant, how open the border is and how much people are coming in. And there are people who are being affected in the inner cities or in the surrounding communities that aren't being affected in a good way. So right now, it's like so nice to know that we're going to have a guy that's in there. We'll see what happens, right? A guy that's in there that's going to close them dang gates, close them up. Because if you're going to come, you will have a better experience for you and your family, because everybody's coming over, even with bringing our families and children, if you do it the right way, if you do things the right way. So I'm like, well, I don't really care enough to be like, oh, I'm so excited. It's not like that, because tomorrow is going to be forgotten. But it's nice to know in the back of your mind that there's tough people handling this stuff. You know what I mean? So shout out to Tom Homan. I don't even know that's how you say your name. I don't even know if that's how. I don't even know this guy, but let's do it one more time.
Memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father from
Mr.
his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
I love it. I love it, and I love how he didn't overreact and he stuck his ground, and yet he still looks like the man in this situation, and he didn't have to overshower her. It's beautiful stuff. And also with the asylum seeking things, and then I'm going to move on. With the asylum seeking things, because she's saying that asylum seeking is legal. I always say this, is that out of the batch of 1,000, there may be 1 or 2, right, that have a legitimate seek for asylum, right? Doesn't mean that it's okay and you just let anybody in. Doesn't mean that they get off the hook, but it means that there's exceptions to the rule, right? But there should be people in government who are able to recognize those exceptions and deal with those things accordingly, right? But that's not what we see from certain parties, right? Well, from both parties, really, because there's Republicans who feel this way, Democrats, is that we see just this open arms, let them in type of mentality. And that's not it. Or they just need help. Oh, let's just love them. Jesus loved them. No, love is not just invite. Love is not only invite. Love is also kick out. Give them the boot. So my point is that you need people in there that can make that judgment call, right? And know how to deal with it properly. And I like this. I like this the way he dealt with it. Like I said, I don't know Tom, but I love the way he dealt with AOC. Lord have mercy. She's shouting and she's saying all these things. And he just like, no tolerance. Older man too. Father, that's how fathers deal with it. Amazing stuff. I love that. That's refreshing to see. And he's the border czar now. So maybe this thing really might get cleaned up. Maybe this thing really might get cleaned up. Ivana says, we love for them not to be here. Amazing stuff. Okay, let's move on. Let me get to some super chats real quick. Call screener, Derek out there. I need a little bit more from these callers here of what they want to talk about. Right now, I just see very minimal, and I can't let them on the air with just that. So call screener out there, get with the caller and see exactly what they want to talk about. Please. Let me check here. Lori with a donut says, if a woman goes to the extreme of setting a man up, she's referring to yesterday's show where I played women trying to catch their man up, like trying to find out if he's cheating, testing the man, AKA really setting him up to see if he would cheat, testing his loyalty. We played that yesterday. And Laura is referring to that. She says, if a woman goes to the extreme of setting a man up, then that tells me she is probably accusing him all the time, going through his phone, etc. He will cheat for the simple fact that he's being accused anyway, so why not do it? A crazy woman will ruin a good man. Women should focus on themselves, then she will be fine if he cheats or not, and not drive herself and him crazy. Interesting points. I want to address them, though, separately. You made a few points here. One, if the man, a woman can't turn a man crazy, right? Just like Eve couldn't force Adam to do anything, right? And you know what I mean? So he has to agree or be influenced or whatever the case is. So a woman can't make a man crazy. And also, it's not an excuse because you say if he cheats for the simple fact that he's being accused anyway, why not do it? It also doesn't give him an excuse to cheat because she's nagging him. She keeps thinking I'm cheating. Oh, I'm going to go cheat. That's not the right attitude to have with it. I know you're just using an example, but a man shouldn't do that either. And sometimes a woman gets in her mind about this cheating thing, and he may not be cheating or nothing, but he's like being a certain type of way. And it's understandable that she may be concerned about certain things because there's guys that are silly, right? There's guys that in the nature of all of us men that desire that fantasy of like different things is there, right? That's why we got to watch it, be aware, overcome. So there may be reasons why, justifiable reasons why a woman is seeing that and overreacting. Her fault is that she's overreacting, right? But she may be overreacting to something that may be suspicious. So it's not to say that she's just entirely making things up all the time. Sometimes she is. So that's also on the men's part to get his stuff together, right? But to Lori's point that she's making here is that the women are obsessing over this thing and they're overreacting and casting their judgment on the man and creating a situation that doesn't even exist or hasn't even existed yet. So in regards to that, she's right. Don't even think about that. And if you're suspicious about it, then you better pray. Lord, what should I do? Tell me what I should do here, Lord, because you don't want to involve yourself and start creating an issue, create a problem, and start something from nothing. Now you're traumatized. Now you're paranoid. Now you can't think straight. You don't want to start digging. It'll either be revealed that it's happening, or if it is, it's better you not know, and hopefully he's dealing with it within himself and overcoming, right? But if it's for you to leave or whatever, you'll see what to do. But don't get involved. Don't play God with God. That's not the thing to do. Yeah, God, let's expose him. I'm going to hire a crew. We're going to get him on TV. And then she finds out he's not even cheating. Then she's like, oh, shoot, don't tell him I did this. Lord have mercy. Sit down. Anyway, thank you, Lori. That was a long-winded answer, but I appreciate it. I'm going to go to a call, and then we'll go from there. Let's go to Serge out of Texas. Serge, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Joel, how are you?
How's it going, Serge?
All is well. Just wanted to put my little 2 cents in on the guy handling that. I'm noticing that the men are starting to do very, very well with handling the women. So there's a little hope. There's a little hope, man. He's not the only one. I'm seeing it from the younger people. And being that Donald J. won the younger vote, that tells us a lot, that the government is going to kind of be in better hands, if you will.
Yeah, I believe that too.
They're starting to come around to at least, now there's always going to be a few people that really work on themselves and have peace. But as far as like that traditional outlook, I think that's going to come back around.
In what way? In what way do you think?
To where men begin to take a communal type of stance on certain things. Like maybe they should take a stand on, it's possible that they can take a stand on women not being in those positions. Maybe we can begin to prove statistically that maybe they allow us to prove statistically that they're not fit.
Do you think that Trump will do that? You think that he'll...
No, not Trump. No.
Oh, okay.
Heck, he got way bigger first to Friday, and if women can work, come on.
Okay. and how do you think that will change then? Who do you think will change it?
I don't know. Someone will rise from amongst thee.
Oh, okay. So just in time, you're saying that it'll happen.
Yes, there's hope. I'm not really, thinking too deep on if somebody will do it or not. I'm not looking for somebody to do it. I got my own life to live,
right,
and it's all as well over here. But I do think that it's looking good, man. The younger people. I even randomly asked a kid when in the morning. I was just like, "Hey, you're in high school. What age?" He's like, "Oh, I'm what's the freshman and then there's sophomore." Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
sophomore. And I said, if you and your friends could vote, who would you have voted for? They said probably Trump. I was like, right on.
Oh, nice.
So
they
understand that there's a certain energy with Trump, even though we know that energy comes from God. They may not know that, but they can feel it without the knowing intellectually.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think that there is a shift that is happening and is going to happen, I believe, as well. I think that people are going to start waking up. I think that Trump is a nice bridge. Like you said, I don't think that we're going to get all the spiritual side of things from a Trump presidency, as far as like traditional values and women being not in these positions of power. But I think it's a good start to men being strong and speaking up and stuff like that.
And I don't think the wall going up.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
Rome wasn't built in 4 years, was it?
You said what?
Was Rome built in 4 years? Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I think that anything that has to do with the border, I think is going to be priority right now. I think Trump has been trying to do that, and then it's only gotten worse. And I think for people to really stand behind him is if he deals with the border thing. So I think that he's going to go full force. Will the whole wall get built? I'm not sure, but I think that that those are his efforts for sure.
Best thing he's going to be able to do is make it more of a penalty for the people. That's it. I think that's the best thing he can do. You can't stop people trying to run away. If I was in countries where those systems that are really bad for a lot of people, you ain't gonna stop me from running from massa. I'm running. All right, Joe. I can't keep playing with you, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling.
All right, man.
All right. Sorry, I'm kind of distracted here because I want to make sure I don't miss these super chats as well that are coming in. But I appreciate the surge. I do think Donald Trump's going to go hard on the wall. I think that he's going to. Serge might be making a good point that maybe we'll see if he actually builds it and like it becomes like those walls that are built in other countries. Because he also only has 4 years to do. I mean, it can get done in 4 years. But I do think that either way, he's going to clean it up. And I hope that he'll follow through with the wall thing and everything. Because that's like the biggest flex to me. Imagine just having a wall. Donald Trump just build a wall around the U.S. saying, listen, I ain't playing. That's like strong arm to me. So, but I ain't no politician. I ain't the president. So we'll see what happens. But either way, the board is getting cleaned up. Oh, it's getting cleaned up. And that's what we need. Tom, this is from He Black, super chat. Tom was on her the way I was on the girl who tried to catch me cheating. Get behind me, Satan. Yeah, he was, listen, Tom held it down. And hopefully it continues to show that same type of thing. Right on, He Black. I appreciate it. Amazing stuff. Let me make sure here. I'm going to get back to the calls. 888-775-3773. If you guys want to get in there. Let me see here. Let me go to Maze out of Ohio. Maze, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hello, Joel.
How's it going, Maze?
Oh, marvelous. I keep hearing people talking about obey. And what's the difference between a helpmate and somebody that wants somebody to obey them?
That's a great question. The difference between a helpmate, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay, why not? What's the difference between obedience and helpmate?
Well, one wants somebody to obey them as if they was a child or animal or if they were their father.
Oh.
Help each other.
But obedience...
both have the freedom to do as they please. As if they had a mother and a father, and then they want to lock them down and tell them what kind of move. And then those people that always screaming obey, most of them, from the pulpit to the heathen, they got two women. They got the wife at home that don't have to work. Then they got the other lady on the other side, but they want you to obey.
Well, the rejection of the word obedience comes from like it's like a feminist type of mindset, because that definition that you explained is not wait, but let me finish.
Okay.
That definition that you explained right there, saying that like a dog or whatever, that's not what obedience means, right? Obedience is just you see the light within your husband and you follow that example that he's setting. So it's not that he's telling you, not that he should be telling you what to do and when to do it. Well, kind of, but not like in a, like, you better obey me type of way. But just because he has the authority over his wife to lead her, and when he says something, he's saying it because he sees this is the right thing for her to do, and she's obedient because she trusts the light in him. Ha!
Yeah. So as I say, as a helpmate, they help each other.
But what about what I just said right there? Do you agree?
It's still like you got an animal that you're trying to tell what to do.
So that means
you taking care of. She got to do by your every beat, or he got to do by her every beat, because all men don't work either. So they stay home and keep kids, just like the women do. But anyway,
is that right? Is that right for the men to stay home and be the stay-at-home dad?
If they want to do it, that's their business.
Okay.
Man. But as I say, a helpmate is somebody that help each other, and then they see each other. They don't see each other as they do things together. They spend time together.
But are there different roles in the marriage or in the relationship that each person follows, or do they have the same role and they share?
With just the way people tell you how you should live your life.
What do you mean?
How would you live, like honor and obey?
But there is a role that the woman. Would you agree that there is a role that the woman plays, and there's a role that the man plays, to where that's what unites. That's what unites the family. But it's not the same role. They're not side by side in it. There's a role that has to be played for the family to function properly. Do you believe that to be true?
To make the family function properly is that he shouldn't be beating her. He shouldn't be mistreating her. And you got these men walking around here saying, obey me just because I'm the head of the household, and then I make the money, you don't make any, and you got to sit at home all day with the kids.
No, not that. But that's not what obey. That's not what obey means, though. Obey doesn't mean that you have to not work and I work. Those are like for convenience sake. That may make sense for the family, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the way to go. Obedience is the woman knowing her role and the man knowing his role. And how that operates in the home is what is right. That's what
helpmates do.
Yeah,
a lot of these men that walk around and saying that they be obey, and the women have to end up taking care of them when they can't do nothing anymore. And they walked around with that same scenario: is that you got to obey me.
But
you can't even buy a pair of shoes without asking him. You got to ask him, "Can I go get this?" Or either with the kids. With the kids
that's
all
the
day.
Wrong thing of
obedience. Come and give you a hand to help you out. Really?
That's the wrong thing of obedience.
I'd rather have a helpmate than somebody walking around telling me to obey, because that's going to be hard for me to do.
So what is a helpmate to you? What does a helpmate do?
A helpmate is where you help each other out. It's like if the wife's been home all day with the kids, you should give her relief and help her. She's there all week. The weekend come. Why don't you spend your weekend and take care of your kids and let her go do her freedom? Or she don't have to get beat up. She don't have to get scorned and all this stuff. But he's still drunk over there in the corner.
There's nothing wrong with help.
I wouldn't know nobody like that for nothing.
There's nothing wrong with helping in certain situations or certain moments like you're talking about. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But but should a woman follow her husband?
Sure. And a man should follow the woman too.
But why?
Helpmate.
But I'm talking about follow his authority, follow his example.
Yeah, well, both should have an example. He should have one.
No.
That's what I'm saying that's what I mean about a helpmate. That's what they do. I mean, where you got a woman where she almost have a nervous breakdown, she'll have nobody to help her. She's just out there, and he's still running around here, obey me, because I said you do this.
What it sounds like you're explaining is two men.
No, I'm not saying men that want to say obey. His wife should obey. And then when he leave her, that she been obeying, and then he leave her and go find another wife, she left with nothing. She didn't work, so what's she gonna do?
Well, she should have thought about that. She should have thought about that before she decided she wanted to be equal.
That's what helpmates are.
No, but see, that's the thing. You're
That's what
missing
real
like the
men are.
spirit, but you're missing like, cause you're not making wrong points, but you're missing like the spirit of it. The man is supposed to lead. The man is supposed to be an example, and it doesn't mean that the woman never has nothing good to say, or she can't ever say something that the man is like, oh yeah, that's deep. It's not like that either, and it's not that the man is telling the woman what to do, but he has a natural authority that the woman is just grateful to follow because she sees God in him. She's not thinking like, I gotta be God like him so I could be his helper and we be side to side. What the?
You can mess it up. That's not what I said. I said these men saying that they obey. You got to obey them in every move and every corner just because he's the head of the house.
You're right, though. You're right about that. There are some guys that take it too far, that's for sure. And they
you got that
overdo
right.
it. But not all the time, maybe there's people who are maybe one or two who are doing obedience in the right way. Don't you think?
Okay. I didn't say all. I said some of the people do that. And but when you hear them saying that the head of the household and you should obey them, you can be the head of the household and still be a helpmate.
I agree. Wait, the
Get
woman
more love out of that way
who's the head of the household? Who's the head of the household?
Make her like she's a puppet.
Who's the head of the household?
She had it from her father before she left home. She's not looking for a father. She's looking for a mate.
But she respects the father authority in her husband.
So if she had it in her, why she need a man to have her to do this?
You said what? Say it again.
Why does she need somebody that's saying you're supposed to be obeying when you left your father?
It's just respect. She just respects the masculinity. She respects
really?
it. Feminine. Let me tell you this: femininity is naturally submissive to masculinity.
Yeah,
masculinity is dominant, and femininity is not. So if two people are not following suit, then we got two masculine people in the house, or you got two feminine people, and it ain't working.
And it ain't working, and that's why you get the divorce.
Exactly.
Because you got somebody hollering around that I'm the masculine this and I'm the masculine that, but that's not it. If you're not a helpmate, it's not gonna work anyway. If you don't have a helpmate, it's not gonna work.
That's true, but the woman gotta know but she shouldn't be competing with the man, and the man shouldn't be competing with the woman.
No, they shouldn't.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So she should get respect,
right,
and showing that he appreciate her. She should show that she appreciate him. And when he can't do, she do for him, and when she can't do, he do for her.
Fair enough.
Just because you're working and you don't work, you got to be home with the kids, and you never get any freedom. That's why a lot of them have a breakdown.
I agree.
Walk around like out of space, out in space somewhere, because then their helpmate won't help them.
I agree to a certain extent.
You take care of this house, and I'm not going to help you with nothing. I'm going to go play, go do this with my boys. She can't never go spend time with the girls because you got somebody saying that honor and obey. Obey me when I tell you when to go and when to come. Really?
Yeah. It shouldn't feel like where I'm agreeing with you is that it shouldn't feel like a military. It shouldn't feel like the military.
No, they shouldn't feel like they less than.
No, they shouldn't feel like they're less than.
They shouldn't feel like they're the children in the house and not the mother in the house.
Right. I agree with that. And respect, but if you respect, if the husband respects the wife respects the husband, nobody feels that way.
Nobody feels that way, and they stay together forever.
Right. I agree with that, Maze.
So that's nice. And then when we come to Trump, now all these people
really quick, and then I got to move the
I know I'm going to move over somebody else. When it comes to Trump, you know why some people not worried?
Why?
Because whenever he do to other people, he going to do it to the same ones that think that he going to do for them.
Like what? Like how? Give me an example.
It's like when he takes the books out of the classroom, or when he want to take something from somebody that they think that they now I won't say the books out of the classroom because they already been doing that anyway.
Right.
But when he thinks that he going to do something to hurt one group, he going to hurt the whole group because everybody's under the same banner. We the people.
So you're saying that if he's
take we the people away from the people, you're taking it from all the people, not some of them.
In what way, though? I don't understand what you mean. That how is he going to do that?
That more perfect union. If the union, if it's not perfect, if the union is not perfect, everybody that's above that going to suffer right along with the ones that they think that they're going to.
Well, then wouldn't that be a good thing? So let's just say that
it wouldn't be a good thing.
Let's just say that he does something. He bans a specific thing that is going to affect like the Democrats or people on the left. You're saying it also going to affect the people on the right. But if it's the right thing, then it should affect both. Right?
That's what I just said.
Right, and that's good. What's
if it's
wrong
the
with
wrong
that?
thing, it's going to affect both either way.
You said what?
It's either way. If you do it right, it's going to affect both. If you do it wrong, it's going to affect both.
That's good. That means he's for everyone. He's for the people.
And I got to go. But the first 2 years of the new presidency, who's are they on the first 2 years or last 2 years of Biden's, right?
Yeah.
When the new president come in, the first 2 years is still Biden's. The last 2 years we belong to Trump. Because these 2 years where he's coming in now, when he come in, 2 years is over, that economy don't belong to him.
No, that's not what Trump. Trump's gonna make it work.
No,
the first
that's
2
not what I'm
years
saying.
and the last
The economy
2 years.
do not belong to Trump the first 2 years.
Oh, it's
like
gonna.
when Obama came in and Bush. What did Obama have when he came in the office for the first 2 years?
Mess.
Thank you. So in the last 2 years, he didn't have that same mess.
Fair.
So he served 8 years. So that means now we're going to see, and the economy and everything, even out, he can't get credit for it because it's not under his economy.
Oh Lord, here we go. So then when
whatever
he does,
he change or whatever he do.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay, to make it better.
That's
you know it.
Don't set the people up, Maze.
You know what you're talking about.
Don't set the people up now.
You'll understand it.
Maze is trying to set the people up so when the economy changes, they're gonna Maze
No,
can say,
no,
no, that's not because of Trump. It's because the first 2 years goes to Biden. No.
I didn't say that. He did. He took Trump's economy for the first 2 years to get to where he is. So his last 2 years, people are mad with him just because they were mad with because when Trump came in, he had an economy from Obama. So don't tell me that.
But Trump made it better.
But they put the blame on the virus, the reason why he couldn't do nothing. That's the blame. So if people don't understand it, I can't help them. If they're bright, I can't help them.
All right. All right, fair enough, Maze. Thank you for
you
calling.
have a good one. Let somebody else, because I like to share. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Thank you. Let me just debunk. Let me just rebuke the last words that Maze said. But I appreciate Maze calling in. I appreciate the call. But she lied. Well, I don't know about the first 2 year thing, the rules and stuff like that. But what I do know is that that's also a setup for people when things start getting better. They can say, oh, well, the first 2 years goes to, that's actually, we hear that happen all the time. That's the talking point. Every time somebody wins, the loser says, well, they won because I'm the one that said it. Because all 4 years, the first 2 and the second 2 of this term, of Joe Biden's term, have been the same. So I don't want to hear nothing. Okay? I disavow, I rebuke that last little 2 years thing. But anyway, Lord have mercy. There's something else I want to say real quick about Trump. What was I gonna say? I forgot. I'll think about it later. Let me go to Rick out of Hampton, Virginia. Rick, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good afternoon, Brother Joel. What's going on with you?
All is well, Rick. How are you?
Man, I'm fine, man. You know, I tell you, man, when you get married, you know they took an obey out the marriage vows.
Yep.
They took an obey out the marriage vows.
Oh, like, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I went to one Friday, man, I think like 2 weeks ago. They did not mention the obey at all, so I pulled the pastor to the side. I said, hey, what? I know you didn't say, would you obey your husband? She said they didn't want that in there.
Wow.
I said, you know what? I couldn't marry no woman that, no, sir, she wouldn't be for me. Because I know I'm a reasonable person, and for the most part, I make pretty good decisions, I believe. So I'm like, if I got to put my life down on the line for a woman, at least I need her to obey me. We cannot have a two-headed dragon in our family, if you would.
Yeah, that's crazy that they would even go to the extent to take it out.
Man. They don't even put it in there no more, man.
Wow. That's funny because
crazy.
I remember Jesse Lee performed a wedding, and I remember being at, I've been at a few of them weddings that he performed, but one of the ones I saw, he made sure to put emphasis on, will you obey it? I love it because I'm sure he knows too, is that they really water down the part of obedience for sure.
Yes. I can't do no woman. If a woman don't want to obey me, man, she's better off with one of them ankle-biting dogs and die alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I just ain't nothing I can do for her.
Well, what do you think about the people, Rick, who say stuff like, I don't like the word obedience because that means like a dog? What do you think about people who say that?
That's insane, man, because that's even in the scriptures. You know, like, there's a lot of ego, man. That's why a lot of people are going overseas to marry women.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen that you got these American women cutting their hair because people that voted for President Trump?
Oh, yeah.
I said, why are you cutting your hair out for?
Yeah.
That's on you. It ain't hurt nobody but you. Now, you better believe it. Now, ain't nobody gonna come to you at all because you're gonna look so on the sun with your hair cut. So you ain't got to worry about no man coming at you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a...
Like, what? Cutting their hair, man. What sense that make?
I know. I seen that. Yeah, like you said, it's only hurting themselves. It's not making any points. It's not taking a stand. No, it's just that the guys are gonna see you and be like, okay, well, I'm not talking to you.
You got some mental issues.
Right.
I don't do you anyway.
They're gonna avoid you.
That's what I want to say with that.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's sad that Joel, you know, like, and I always say it, liberals and Democrats tend to be godless people. Not to say that they can't change,
right?
But when you talk to them, you know, their language is just godless. You know,
they're drunk on the Kool-Aid, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. Drunk, or even maybe they're fitting off you.
Right, right.
I mean, like, it's not hard, man. I mean, it's like most liberals to me are traumatized, and they just haven't dealt with their trauma yet.
Yeah. Yep, and it's all the emotional things and just caught up in the emotions, and that'll lead you into a whole new.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, but it's crazy, Rick. It's crazy stuff, but I appreciate it. I got to end the show here shortly. Thanks for
Brother Joel, man. Thanks for taking my call. Love you guys. Keep up the good work, brother.
All right, you as well, Rick. Thank you. Amazing stuff. Yeah, the whole obey thing. That's the feminine. And I understand why it seems that way when you tell a woman, but when you talk about obedience to friends or people and you kind of bring up that topic, obedience, it's so taboo. And anybody who overreacts to it doesn't understand it. They don't know it. They don't know what it means, right? Because if they were truly of that, because like I said yesterday, obedience is not an agreement. It's a way of life. It's a way of it's accordance to the spirit. It just happens. It just is. So people who don't know or react to obedience in a weird way, they don't see it. Because if they saw it, it wouldn't be taboo of what obedience truly is. Nobody is a dog. Nobody is a slave. That ain't what obedience is. It ain't never been what obedience is. And I don't know why, who made it out to be like that. But that's not what it is. It's natural, and women who are operating from that are proud to do it. They are happy to obey. And it's natural for them, and they enjoy, life is so much better for them there, and they know that. And they're happier. So it ain't a put down. It ain't a slur. It ain't disrespect. Man must be obedient to Christ. Woman obedient to the man. And it's just a form of respect and reverence. That's it. That's all. Jupiter says obey, meaning comply with the command, direction, or request of a person or a law. Submit to authority of. Oh, that's why, because this sounds like a definition. People be reading the dictionary on obedience. You need to get out the dictionary and go within. Matter of fact, you get a better answer in the Bible where it says, "Oh, I just brought this scripture up," and then I'm gonna get off this. I know I'm harping on this thing, but well, I just was talking about this scripture. Where is that? Where is that? It goes. It's from Ephesians. Where is it? Hold up. I gotta find it. Here, I know I can find it. I have it here. Boom. Ephesians 5:25. Husband, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. Love your wives as Christ loved the church. And that's part of the order. Christ loves the church. And then men are supposed to love their wives in the same way Christ loves the church. Right? And just as the church responds in obedience to Christ, so does the woman naturally. Why? Because you represent Christ in your home. The man represents Christ in his home. Right? Doesn't mean he's perfect. Doesn't mean he don't make mistakes, but he's not judged in that way. He's judged by the light within him. Women follow the example that is set from man by way of the light to his family. So men are the Christ of the family. That's just how it goes. It's set up that way. It works better that way. It's God's way. It's the only way. Okay? I didn't make it up. Don't be mad at me. I didn't make it up. I didn't make it up. I'm just learning about it. And it isn't. It's something else. It is something else. Anyway, last thing, and I gotta end. I gotta show you guys this. And then I'm gonna end it. You guys know that little challenge that they have on social media? Like, give me my money. You guys know that challenge? Give me my money challenge? Well, there's a viral clip that's going around. It's kind of old. You guys may have seen it, but this little kid, they do the little prank on the little kid where they say it and you're supposed to cheer like, yeah. And then the whole family goes around and they say, give me my money. Yeah. And then there's one person who doesn't get the cheers and they just sit there looking silly. Hilarious stuff. But they did one on this little boy and this little girl, and I want to show you both of them really quick. But the first one is the little boy, and I want to show you guys how he reacted. Here we go.
Just give me my money. Yeah!
Just give me the money.
Yay!
Give me my money.
Come on, the dad deserves what he get. He can't. That's like traumatizing to the kids. And the dad was so shocked, like, what? Did he just smack me? Like, you just set the little boy up. I thought that was hilarious, but he done smacked the daddy. But there's one of this little girl that was so cute I had to play it. I'm just ending it off on a good note, the show on a good note. That's all. It ain't deep. It ain't nothing serious. There's no point. There's no deep message here. I'm just playing you guys these clips. Here's the last one.
Just give me my money. Really? Are you going to do me like that? Wow.
No. Yeah, I know.
Okay, just give me my money.
Yay! Just give me my money. I'm your best friend.
I'm not your best friend.
You too. Bye-bye, friends. Just give me my money. Not again.
Okay, all right. One more time.
Just give me my money.
Yay! Yeah! Oh, yeah.
Hilarious stuff. She was so cute, huh? Anyway, I gotta end, you guys. That's it for me today. I'm back here tomorrow, Wednesday, for another show. Who knows what we got for you guys? Amazing stuff. Follow me across the board, Joel Friday TV. Also, Punchy TV. Follow Punchy TV. We got new episodes coming out every Monday. We also drop clips and shorts and reels throughout the week. So make sure you guys subscribe, like, and follow and share so you guys can see all that, see the mess, see all the good stuff. Make sure you guys do that. Follow, go check out American Anchor Baby coming on today at 4 p.m. One of the co-hosts of Punchy, the Punchy TV network, JLP network. Make sure you guys go check his show out at 4 p.m. today. Until next time, y'all, I appreciate the calls, super chats, and the coffees, the donuts. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being in the chat, showing love and watching and all that good stuff. It's much appreciated. And thank you. Until next time, you guys, I got to go. Bye.